could it be? But me, your man, Louie T, welcome to another brand new episode of the Card Collector Series podcast. I, of course, am your host, Louie T. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoy this content, do me a huge favor. Hit the subscribe button for more great content. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And to also hit the like button, as that helps this channel grow exponentially. So, I got a fun topic today, and for those of you unfamiliar, we have this CCS podcast every Tuesday and Thursday. Uploads on this channel for the Card Collector series itself, where we unbox different packs of cards and boxes. Our Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the podcast Tuesday and Thursdays. At the end of these podcast episodes, we open up a pack of cards. Today, we're actually going to open up two packs of cards, two packs of NBA Illusions from 2019. Now, I've been running from these Illusion cards because I thought they were garbage. We're going to find out if they're garbage or not. Only one way to find out if a set of cards are garbage or not, and that's to actually buy them and open them up. So that's what we're going to do today. And 2019, you know, is my favorite year in the NBA. So hopefully we hit a Ja Morant, Zion Williamson while we're exploring through these Illusion cards. So 6 cards in each pack. 2 packs, 12 cards. We'll do that at the end of the show. If you don't want to hear the conversation that we're having, you're not interested, you just want to get to the cards being open, you can fast forward to the end of this video. But I wanted to have a more lighthearted conversation today. Something that I want to ask of all of you who are collectors out there. Are you a hoarder when it comes to your cards? What do you do with the cards that aren't worth anything, and you know that they aren't worth anything? Do you get rid of them? Do you store them? Do you hold on to them? Do you put them in some kind of collection pile for cards that you know aren't worth anything? Do you say to yourself, well, maybe this guy might end up being good, so I'm going to hold on to it? Like, what is your method to your madness when it comes to cards? So I'll give you my reasoning for asking this question, because just recently I started doing some house cleaning, if you will. And really it was just with my cards in particular, because it started to get out of control. So I bought a bunch of little containers to put cards in. I think each of these little containers held about roughly, I don't know, maybe 100 cards or so. And I had a bunch of them. I bought a bunch of them. They weren't very expensive, so I bought a bunch of them at one time. And I figured this should last me for a very long time. But I've been opening cards quite a bit. So it got up there. When you start opening hobby boxes, especially these Topps baseball cards, you get into one of those boxes, they might have 500 cards in it. And you might be, getting through 470 of them and say, I don't need any of these cards. So you could get up there pretty quick. You open a couple of those up, and lo and behold, I get to my last container that holds 100 cards, and I'm like, seriously, I am done with all of these. I don't have any more empty ones. And I had all these cards laying around. I'm like, they need somewhere to go. So finally, I started to downsize, what I like to call DNR, downsize and reduce. So I said, okay, it's DNR time. Downsize and reduce. This means you're holding on to way too many cards that are of no value to you, and you know it. You have to throw them away, and that's a tough thing for me at times. I can be a bit of a hoarder, but I went through those cards at least 3 or 4 times with the fine-tooth comb, and in my mind I say, okay, if it's a rookie, and if it's a rookie card from 2018. We pretty much know if that guy's going to be any good or not. Like, if you haven't emerged as a player by now and you were in 2018 rookie, yeah, okay, you're not going to be of much note moving forward, and I can throw that card away. Now, as you get closer and closer to present day, 2019, 2020, so forth and so forth, you don't know if these guys are going to turn into the next Luka Doncic. You really don't know what these guys are going to ultimately be. You don't know if there's a Kawhi Leonard somewhere or a Giannis Antetokounmpo floating around somewhere, or one of these guys that ultimately, like a Joker who's a second-round pick that nobody's thinking about, turns out to be a stud. You don't know what's going to happen. So you got to kind of make sure you don't just throw some cards out that could ultimately be worth something someday. But those cards are few and far between. A lot of times before you get to one of those types of cards in your collection, you're going to go through 12 to 20 cards that are veterans that are never going to be worth anything. And you have to ask yourself, why am I holding on to this card? So I downsized and reduced. I got rid of a lot of cards. And when I was done, I had about 10 to 12 empty 100 card containers. So that lets you know I was holding on to about a good 1,200 cards that were of no use to me. So what I realize now, I have a box, a running box that I keep all of my useless cards in. And if you've watched my show, I have a thanks for coming box that I use quite frequently. And I had someone ask me on one of my videos, like, what do you do with those thanks for coming box cards? You know, what do you do with them? And I'm like, I throw them away. Like, I used to hold all of those cards and I would keep them. And then as I was, downsizing and reducing, I'm like, why am I holding on to these cards? They're not rookies. They're not inserts. They're not guys that are going to be fruitful. They're not going to net you anything. Get rid of these cards. So now I have a big box that I put all of those thanks for coming cards in that I know I'm going to get rid of. And once that box fills up, I button it up and I throw it in the trash. So I've got a box right now with probably 3,000 cards in it that's continuing to fill up. And once it gets to maximum capacity, I'm going to button that thing up and I'm going to throw it in the trash. And that stops me from collecting cards that I know have no nutritional value, as I like to say. All right, no nutritional value, nothing healthy about hoarding cards that don't have any real value, don't add anything to your collection. So why are you holding on to it? What do you do with your cards that don't have any value? Or do you not have cards that don't hold value? All cards hold value to you of some sort. I would like to know, where do you stand on getting rid of cards? Do you have an inordinate amount of cards laying around that you don't know what's in them, or you know that they're not worth anything, but you just can't pull yourself to throw them away? Or are you really good about not holding on to cards that are essentially useless? I have finally gotten to the point where I downsize and reduce as I go, so I don't have to go back through them. As I open the cards, they go in the things for coming pile. After I'm done, I go through those cards again. I take all the ones out that, I waffle on. Okay, maybe I can hold on to this one. And the rest of them, they go straight into the box that is going to be disposed of once it fills up. So I would love to know what you do with your cards, if you do anything, or are you just a hoarder? Leave it down in the comment section as to what you do with the cards that are no value. Are you a hoarder? You have to ask yourself these real questions. Are you a hoarder? All right. So we've come to the time and the point of the show where we open up some cards. So let's get into this exercise. And we've got two 2019-2020 Illusion packs. Again, I am very skeptical about these cards. I think they're going to be trash. I've been running from these cards. I had no interest, but what I ultimately did was I said, okay, I'm going to dip my toe in the Illusions pool, and I'm going to buy a blaster box. It was inexpensive. I said, so 6 packs. So these are 2 packs from a blaster box that came with 6 packs. And I said, I'm going to see what these cards are about. If I don't like the way they look, if I don't like these cards, I won't buy anymore. If I like them and I think, hey, these aren't as bad as I thought, then I may buy more of them. So let's get into this first pack of Illusions and see what we find. Hopefully there's a Ja and a Zion to add to the collection in the mix. We'll find out. Let's see what we have. So we start with a rookie card. Cam Reddish. Rookie. It's actually really nice. I might be wrong about these. That's a nice card. We'll sleeve that Cam Reddish up. Like the way that looks. So right off the bat, I'm already Surprised at how good they look. Got a Lou Williams. Thanks for coming. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Living Legends. This is an acetate card. It's actually a nice card, but it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, so it's not really much you could do with it, but I'll hold on to it anyway. Chris Paul. You guys know I am not a fan of Chris Paul at all whatsoever, so that card doesn't do anything for me, does not move me in any way, shape, or form. Wendell Carter Jr. And finally, we got a Marc Gasol to round out that first pack. So, got a rookie and an insert in that first pack. Let's see what pack number 2 holds in store for us. So it looks like each pack is going to have a rookie in it. This one has Kendrick Nunn in it. So we'll bag up old Kendrick Nunn. I got a feeling I'm going to get a Zion or a Ja out of one of these packs out of this blaster box. It won't be in this set because I think you only get one rookie per pack. Danny Green, thanks for coming. Luka Doncic. I'm going to go ahead and bag that one up. All right. Kristaps Porzingis. Thanks for coming. Jaren Jackson Jr. And Victor Oladipo. Oh, it's Oladipo. Oh, do. If he could only stay healthy. So, the best of the best out of that little rip session. Got a Luka Doncic, second year Luka. We have a rookie Kendrick Nunn. We have a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Living Legends. It's a nice card. Again, it's just Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And not shitting on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but these legend cards don't really go for very much. But it's a nice card. It's a very aesthetically pleasing card. And then Cam Reddish. Rookie. So, no real heat there. But the biggest takeaway is I like the way the cards look. Looking can be deceiving. I looked at them from afar and said, oh, they're trash. I was wrong. These are some nice looking cards. I like them and I'll probably buy more. So that's the biggest takeaway of today's show. So all of these, piggybacking off the conversation, all of these right here, these are going in the garbage. Okay, got a box waiting on those cards right there. They are of no use to me. They are of no use to me moving forward. So what do you do with your cards? Are you a hoarder? I think you're a hoarder. That's probably what the situation is. Anyway, I digress. Thank you for joining me here on the CCS podcast. I, of course, am your man, Louie T. Get off the bench, get in the game, and kick it with me, your man, Louie T. If you enjoy this content, hit that subscribe button for more great content. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And also hit the like button as that helps this channel grow immensely. It's hunting season. It never ends, especially here on the Card Collector series. Until next time, you guys have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you tune in to the Friday upload of the Card Collector series. See you next time here on the Card Collector series podcast. Have a good one.
LouieTeeNetwork.